early light. What so proudly we gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars.
Number 9, Asar Thompson. Number 12, Tobias Harris. And number 0, Jalen Duren.
A Game 6 hero in the 2007 Eastern Conference Finals. Donovan!
Zach Zarba, the referee, James Williams, the umpire, Nick Booker, our alternate Ray Acosta in the rated Pistons. They split the regular season series. Cleveland. And here's Evan Mobley. He'll be huge tonight for this team. Mitchell trying to get out of the Thompson grasp. That's an offensive foul against.
We talk about, but the playoffs, sometimes the whistle's a little different, but they will not change their mentality at all.
They switch on defense. It's outside to Harris. His shot won't go. It's out of bounds for the Cavs. And you were talking about this, Dwayne, just the urgency they need to play with, like Harden doing plays like that.
Well, James Harden get on the board early. That's the sense of urgency tonight. They're home. You hear this crowd. You feel this crowd. They got to close the door tonight. Don't give Detroit life early. Set the tone.
Cunningham, the #1 scorer in the entire playoff landscape, will take this shot over Mitchell. No. Rebound. Duren gobbles up that loose ball. They need him to rebound. Outside, Jenkins at number 3. Another miss. Volleyballed, and Duren was right on the doorstep. He couldn't put it in. Another offensive rebound. Cunningham to the hole.
And that right there, through getting more possessions for your team, through hustle, that's how you work your way back into this series.
Mobley taking his time, working into Harris.
Well, Mobley has just getting extra possessions. I would like to see him go and tip dunk that and get on the board early and get into this match, but his team still got on the board.
Asar Thompson, one-on-one with Mobley in the paint with 1 to fire. Mobley the rebound. Mobley coming off a 19.8 rebound game. He'll make a move right here. Harris is on him. Mobley, rebound, Duren. He's got to do more than that and defend the rim. That would be a good night. He's really struggled in these playoffs. Jenkins had it knocked away.
Thinks off turnover.
Duren, Thompson cutting. Mobley is there. Shot clock at 3. Cunningham setting up. Wade defends the 3. And another offensive rebound. Thompson that time. Cunningham outside. Trains the triple.
It's a rebound. Second chance opportunities. More times to get a chance to get the ball on basket. It will be there.
Harden for 3. Off. Rebound. Jenkins down court. Early release. Thompson got it to go. Fouled by Harden on the play.
Important to this team, but rebound the ball, getting out, getting transition points is important for the Pistons.
Getting those offensive rebounds, huge. More
Mill early, and this style of play right now is Detroit's game. They can win with the gritty, with the hustle plays, with the extra possessions.
Mobley slithers inside. The tap-in is good, and Allen will get the 2. There's Asar Thompson. It's Harris. Thompson is free. The 15-footer is pure.
And some to get a feel for it, and you're able to knock down some of those jump shots.
Well, the Pistons need an unsung hero tonight. McCabe Cunningham has been playing incredible. He had 39 points the other night. They need someone that we're not expecting to have a big night. It could be Thompson.
Look at that Thompson defense. Mitchell right there. The coach. 8 rebounds and 6 assists. Orchestrates. After the mid-season trade, this team has thrived. He's dancing. He'll fire over Duren.
Many times have we seen Harden have a dance at the top of the floor against a switch.
17 years, and if you watched him in college, that as well. I mean, this guy has logged a lot of minutes. He's done so much in his league. He can right there, just James Harden being aggressive and being himself.
With the shot clock at 10, it's Mitchell on top. He'll make a head and shoulder fake and shoot over Tobias Harris. Got it. 2 consecutive 3. Pistons led this series 2 games to none. Duren plows and gets it to go.
And that right.
Hold on for Cunningham. The pass, Aarons. Harden, Mobley, Mitchell. He'll torpedo his way into the paint. Rebound this one for Duren rebounds. Picked Mitchell driving inside, up and off, and foul.
That collapsed lung where other guys had to step up. They had to stop the bleeding, as in the end of the game.
So Duren had picked up the foul. That sends Mitchell to the line. Max Strus is for Detroit. Danis Jenkins with the ball. Again, Duncan Robinson is available after missing Game 5 with lower back pain. Here's LeVert, a former Cavalier. They chase him into the paint. An errant throw. Jared Allen on top. Duren is on him. It's Harden. LeVert is there. Shot clock at 6. James sizing him up, probing on the side. The step back fadeaway.
Harden to his right, him not settling, taking the mid-range.
We couldn't ask for a better start from James Harden. 3 for 4 from the field, 7 points. You know, he's going to get into the mode as Duren gets to the paint. Love the aggression by him early on from one of their stars.
And Duren, an all-star, 4 points, 4 rebounds early. Jenkins is on Harden. It's Schroeder. It's Strus for 3. He had 6 in game. Robinson on the floor. And they go to the big man, Isaiah Stewart, coming in for Detroit.
Duncan Robinson missing last game. Obviously, they had a chance to win, but you miss a guy to 3 in transition, and they're going to need more of that. But Duncan Robinson is an important player for this team because his ability to run off screens, to bring 2 to the ball, to pull triggers for other guys to get opportunities. So it's good to have him back.
What a move right there by Mobley is back in the game as well. Jared Allen will lead. Cunningham with it. Turnovers have plagued him in these playoffs. Here he goes working on the smaller Schroeder. LeVert, another 3. Rebound with a bump in.
That's a great group rebound right there. Donovan getting in there as well with the big guy, making sure they box out.
Mobley 3. Robinson to Thompson. Stewart against Mobley. Strus tethered to Cunningham. It's a 3. Rebound Mitchell.
Credit to Max Strus. He can't stop Cade Cunningham, but what he does, 94 feet, pick him up, makes it hard as Donovan goes coast to coast every shot.
And I love Coach Atkinson's mentality. He let Donovan go to the bench for a little bit. Now James Harden went to the bench, and now it's Donovan's show, and he's taken over.
Robinson 4 to fire. Long shot. It's a turnover. It's Cunningham against Mobley. The sidestep. The knockaway. The block by Mobley. The block by... LeVert is on top. Mitchell is defending. Shot clock at 11. Sasser with it. Makes a move. And finds himself with a lot of traffic, but got it to go.
Coming in and bringing a lot of energy, getting the paint, not settling.
There's another turnover, and Sasser comes up with it. 6 Cleveland turnovers in the first quarter with under 2 minutes to go.
I love it when a player come off the bench and get right to it. Don't waste no time. As Isaiah Stewart's been doing it all, but Sasser taking advantage of his opportunity and not wasting time because he know he probably don't have a lot of time.
That's a...
You want to continue to extend leads and be conscious of how important these possessions are when it comes down the stretch.
Here's the full court pressure now on Cunningham by the Cavs defense. Robinson 3. Perfect. What a shot.
Now for Duncan Robinson to really get into this game. He's a guy who, especially coming to his right, you can almost count it, but he pulls the defense in. He pulls triggers for them, and they need that.
Strus, a twirling move with a handoff inside, and Mobley. Stewart, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's game 6. Cavalier, oh, there's a push by Cunningham. A foul called on.
On that, you looking at all.
Yeah, I need to get away. I need Cade to be able to get away with that. I don't think it was enough, but Max Strus has done an incredible job of just being a pest and being there every step of the way.
Crossover by Mitchell, and then Mobley cleans.
Right there, Candace. We're so used to him protecting the paint, but what he's shown lately is his activity on the offensive end of the floor. Now they can run offense through him.
We talked about the others, especially on the road. You need other guys to step up and make key shots. Duncan Robinson before that, and now Caris LeVert.
It's Schroeder. He'll rocket his way into the paint. Kick at the ball. Cleveland's got a foul to give in the final 11 seconds of the first. It's Sasser on top. Now LeVert and Strus is there. The switch. And the foul to give. The bench and in front and on the ball.
I like that you said his whole name. Thank you, Kevin.
They go into Sasser. Broken up. There's a foul. At the line. And Candace, you referenced this earlier on. He's averaging 9 less points in the playoffs compared to the regular season. Duran was number 2 in most improved player voting in the league. And it's up and off. Rebound, Detroit, and a foul.
Possessions of just being hungrier than the Cavs on the offensive boards.
You know, we always talk.
With the quick inbound, quarters come to a close. Pistons leave with a 2-point lead. Terrific Game 5 a couple nights ago.
You talk about Paul Reed's contributions in Game 5 were huge for Detroit.
Reed trying to get the rebound, controlled it. It's off to Asar Thompson. Duncan Robinson, quick three as he...
And this non-Harden minutes are a struggle for the Cavs right now. You see that slip off the screen, you know your bench points to 0 for the Cavs.
And it's early, they've got that lead right now. Taking a look at the upcoming... If Cleveland should win tonight and close this series, they take on the Knicks. That'll be on ABC. Or Game 7, Cleveland necessary. Wolves and Spurs. That would be on NBC. For more on these games, go to NBA.com or visit the NBA line. They've had 6 more shot attempts than the Cavaliers, and the bench has scored 12-0. It's a 3 rattling out that time by Mitchell.
And what they call a card is, and then on the offensive end of the floor, they're doing a good job of getting the rebound, getting out, and getting transition, while Cleveland Cavaliers defense is not set.
Sasser to Reed. And that was over Mobley.
Passing up good to get great. You see Cade came off off balance. You've seen him make those shots. Gives it up to Sasser. Sasser trusts.
There's a foul.
And Reed winning this matchup pretty early here in the second quarter against Evan Mobley.
They've been here before. They're not afraid of this moment. They've seen themselves have success when they backs were against the wall.
Pistons on a 16-2 run. While Harden set, Cleveland -7. Cunningham dancing. Merrill is there.
He's too little.
Nothing.
He's too little.
Absolutely.
And a timeout or a foul. It is a foul. Right off the bat, it's on Duncan Robinson.
Early in the playoffs, after throwing a challenge a little early, you need to keep that challenge for late in the game, for moments that happened in Game 5 when it was a questionable non-call at the end. Have your challenge so you can give your team an opportunity.
Harden doubled. Mitchell against Thompson, joined by Robinson.
Second quarter. And Donovan Mitchell understands that. Get to the free throw line, see the ball go in, and settle, and be able to set your defense.
Mitchell at the line.
Obviously, he knows every part of this basketball floor and these rims, and he's really comfortable here. Like you said, he's averaging almost 40 here at home in this playoff series versus Detroit team. He's the settler for this team, and so Donovan knows what his responsibility is. Attack.
Cunningham. Harden is there. He'll blast his way into the paint. He was looking for Reed. And
the Cavs, how much does them right here, another turnover.
14 minutes, the Cavaliers have 10 turnovers. Sasser, 3, rebound. Another offensive rebound. Collected by Reed, 3, Cunningham, good. Oh, right now they've got their biggest lead, and the offensive rebounding has been key.
Offensive rebounding has been key for the Pistons to work their
Conscious at times, right? In this closeout game, you cannot play tight. You want to play loose, and that's right now what the Detroit Pistons are playing with. They're playing with desperation. They're playing with the confidence of knowing that they've already seen themselves be successful in this moment.
Cleveland has had 1 field goal the last 5.5 minutes. They go in there, the ball knocked away.
Your defense impacts your offense, but in this game for the Cavs, your offense is going to impact your defense. If you take and you make good shots, you're able to set your defense against a Detroit team that struggles for it.
It's Thompson at the stripe. Detroit on in the last 4.5 minutes, and they've made 6 of their last 7 shots. Putting after trailing earlier by 6.
Well, D-Wade, you alluded to that Orlando Magic game where Detroit was down 24 points in the first. The lid on the Orlando Magic basket, and they hung their hat on their defense, and that's what they're doing here early in the second quarter.
It's on top to Harden. He's got 7. Here goes Mitchell, right into the defense of Robinson.
Well, Don, the last couple possessions doing what he's supposed to do. Put his head down, attack the defense, make them make a mistake, and they need to obviously get to the free throw line. Want to see the ball go through, but everybody continue to play Cavs basketball. Make sure we understanding that Don is the most explosive guy on the floor right now for the Cavaliers.
Mitchell exploding into the paint, but couldn't finish. Here goes Thompson, glides and scores.
And that right defense to offense for Detroit. Get a stop, get down, and use your athletes.
It's Mobley on top. Reed is there.
2 minutes. It's got away from them. This is the type of game the Pistons want to play, though.
Yeah. Shout out to the original number 3. The reason both of us were number 3. Yes, sir. I think both of us. That's why I had him represent me and walk me into the Hall of Fame.
I love that.
I think the crowd wanted a flagrant 2, but I don't think that you can't throw him out of the game.
Merrill at the line. Winning streak of 10 consecutive wins going back to late March. Knowing they can games to none, Harden will inbound. Schroeder has got it. Jenkins is on him. 8 to play in the half. Merrill. Harris back in. Allen back in. Merrill 3. No. And then come the booze showering down. And a violation on the dribble. And
to leave it alone and get back. Right now, Cleveland is trying to do everything they can to get back in this game.
And right here, too, you don't want him to pick up his 3rd, especially early.
It's Dennis Schroeder. 7.5 in the half. Outside, Harden works in the bump into Robinson. A nest of defense.
This is foul number 7, Paul Reed.
That'll go on Reed, number 1.
And his game, 3 or floater, no mid-range. Switch
with Duncan Robinson now on Schroeder. Shot clock at 2. He's got a fire. Sets up on the fly. The defense, here come the Pistons, and inside they go. It's Reed out of bounds.
But I feel like Thompson should have just threw the ball to Reed and let him go up and be aggressive. That lob kind of allowed for the defense. You just want to see Cleveland clean things up a little bit. Obviously, you know, with 10 points, you're within striking distance, but it's time to limit the mindless mistakes right now. Execute, get your shots on offense, and rebound the basketball when he missed, and get back into this game.
Schroeder against Jenkins. It's a 3 by Merrill. 6.5 in the half. It's Durant. Harden will meet him. It's LeVert. Strus is there.
LeVert. Cleveland Cavaliers, so he knows these rims very well, but he understands that this team needs another guy to come off the bench and heat it up.
Wade. Cunningham to go in the second quarter.
I've been sitting on the D-Wade reference until Dean Wade knocks down a shot.
Durant with impunity down the lane.
And be aggressive. These guys that are in front of you, when you get the ball, normally guards. Put your shoulder down and go to the basket.
Harden ramming his way and then feeding out of a double team, and Wade at 3.
Well, he's shooting the 3 ball like I shot in the playoffs over my career, about 40% in the playoffs. That's how the Wades do it.
Okay, humble brag, I see you. Okay.
Harris. Durant.